Speaking of older players, that brings us on nicely to this week's quiz Frank Saul. Are you going to get your lucky hat, Jens?
Yeah, no, I think I've already got it.
Yeah, I think that
I'm our little hat. What is it?
Am I the scorekeeper again?
It's Olivia's.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
All right, bear with.
So, Kev, you get a mention in the first question here. Actually, are you ready?
Nice. Indeed,
Yeah.
Not yet. Hold on. I've got to get my pen. There we go. All right.
Are we ready? Are you ready, Jens?
Come on. There we go.
So, as Kev mentioned last week, Saul went the other way to Southampton as part of the Martin Chivers deal in 1968. But how much was the fee on top for Chivers? Basically, it was Saul plus a certain amount of money for Chivers. How much was the transfer fee, Jens?
I know.
Oh,
20,000.
Final answer?
80,000.
Kev, what's the answer?
Intercity 125.
Ooh.
I'm going to complain to Olivia tomorrow.
Right. You like this one then, Kev? I think you might.
Do it.
So why don't you ask Kev the bloody questions then?
Well, yeah, I'll ask. He'll get asked them after you if you can't get them right, right?
Right, I'm gonna put Jens' score and Kev's score.
Yeah.
Okay, right, here we go. Right.
Question 2. Frank entered the Spurs history books against Burnley on the 4th of December 1965. How and why so?
He was the first player to be sent off for Tottenham Hotspur since 1928, I believe.
He was indeed.
Yeah.
Did you know that? Did you know that, Kev?
No, I didn't. I was thinking about he might be the first Spurs substitute, but that's that's what,
Johnny. Johnny, should we when you ask the question, should we get them each to answer?
No,
and then reveal it.
No, because he's been swatting. I haven't.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that rest. Right. Question 3. Who was the previous player famously sent off the Spurs in that game in 1928? Clue, he went on to be a club legend.
Arthur Rowe.
Kev?
Jimmy Seed.
Frank Brettle.
Cecil Brenton. Yeah. He was the one the previous one to get sent off.
God, 27 years at the club. Wow.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, these quizzes are getting harder and harder and harder. Can't you just say how many games he played, how many goals he scored, and which international team he played for?
You've got all that written down on your quizzes.
Well, I haven't anymore because I know how much
I have to go over Wikipedia.
It's just going to get more and more metaphysical until right at the end it will be, what is everything?
What is life?
And then the world will implode.
Meaning of life. Question 4. Saul famously had to wait 57 years to receive his league winners medal from the 1961 season. Why so?
Is it because he only played 14 matches that season and you were expected to play 15?
Kev?
I know there's a rule change in the amount of appearances you had to make. I thought it was just 6, I think, he played in that season. In a double season, yeah.
Correct. Both of you.
Oh, sorry.
The rules at the time, which required 14 appearances to receive a medal. The 17-year-old Ford only made 6 league appearances. The rules have since been relaxed by the FA, so they issued a league winners medal to Saul, and it was presented to him by
Tony Marshy,
wasn't it? No, it's Dyson.
No. Oh yes, sorry, Tony Marshy got his the same year.
Right. Oh yeah. Terry Dyson presented it to him.
What is the rule now? Is it 6 now?
I don't know.
Or something.
I don't know. Not sure.
Oh, okay.
Not too sure. I was going to look into it, but I was pressed for time. Question 5. Frank was only 17 when he made his debut up front in the famous 1961 season, with no subs at the time and opportunities to feature bit by bit. Which player did he replace due to injury in the team?
Bobby Smith.
Kev?
I would say Medwin.
Bobby Smith.
Well done.
As you said, I've been swatting, Kev. You haven't, so.
No chance. That's just pre my era anyway. I mean, my first game was 66, so I was only 9. I was 9 years old.
Says the same thing like before my time.
Yeah. Just, you know.
Question 6. Saul was one of only how many players used during that 1961 title winning season?
17.
Kev?
I'd say less than that. I'd say 14. Because wasn't there many players. That was 17. Well done.
17, yeah, that was on Wikipedia. Jens got that printed off in front of him.
No, I haven't. I actually, because you said you don't use your Wikipedia anymore, I go to different websites now to get my information.
Cribber.
That's what stimulated your comment about all the shite on the internet, isn't it? You've just been scouring multiple websites.
And they're not all porn, I promise.
Question 7. Frank famously scored the winning goal in the 1967 FA Cup final victory over Chelsea. However, who set up and assisted his goal?
I haven't got a clue, but I'll guess Robertson.
Kev?
Cliff Jones.
Dave McKay for a long throw-in.
Nice.
Yeah.
Superb. Who was that Stoke player who used to do the really long thrown things?
Delap.
That's the one, Delap, yeah.
He was the one who ruined Ledley's career.
Yeah.
Chivers had a long throw. He could throw.
Yeah.
He had a massive long throw.
Yeah.
It was a secret weapon.
Well, that was the problem. You wanted him in the box. You didn't want him taking.
You did, yeah. He had a massive throw on it. He did. He could throw it at the penalty area easy. Yeah.
Nice. Question 8. Frank scored the winner as Kev famously educated you. Jimmy Robertson scored the first goal. But which future Spurs manager started for us at number 10 in that final?
Venables?
Kev?
Yeah, sorry, Venables.
Correct.
I didn't even swap for that one.
No.
He was actually a boo boy at Tottenham.
Oh, was he? Because of Chelsea?
No, he was one of them players that he wasn't liked by a large portion of the crowd at the time. Okay. He was like the Harry Winks of his time. He wasn't liked by. He got booed.
We had a few of those as well.
Yeah.
Parrott was like that, wasn't he? Jimmy Parrott was his first name. Yeah, Parrott was like that. What's his name? Mike England as well. Didn't he?
No, he was all right.
Who would you compare him to sort of nowadays then, Kev, like as the crowd's attitude towards him, sort of in a current...
Harry Winks.
Really? Yeah. Venables was like that, was he? Blimey.
Yeah,
but Venables could play, couldn't he?
Yeah, he still had his detractors on the terraces. Yeah. Yeah, true. Yeah, I fell for that one. I walked right into that. Yeah, sorry.
What's that?
So was Harry Redknapp at West Ham. Yeah. He was the same.
Yeah, true.
The player used to say he's get the ball at halfway line, run to the corner flag, and didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
That was it. That was his game. Yeah.
I wouldn't really tell his players to run around a bit.
Yeah.
That sounds like Roman Pavlyuchenko.
Yeah. I think he's still playing. Do you know that?
Raymond, yeah,
he is. Yeah, I think he is. Yeah.
Frightening. He's like
but he scored some quality goals. He did score some quality goals. So.
Yeah. He did against young boys. Remember, he pretty much kept us in that qualifying game.
Yeah, do you remember that free kick off the bar? I can't remember who it was against. That was that's special.
Alan
was
said
that the
John
was
Pratt
that the hokey cokey or
John Pratt? Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, John Pratt used to get it as well. Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
so
I thought John Parrott, but he's a snooker player, and I go,
yeah,
Pratt. That's right.
What was the official attendance for the Cockney Cup final that year?
Or the Cocky Cup final?
Yeah, I was going to say the hokey cup. Hokey cokey.
How do the hokey cokey?
67,535.
It was always 100.
Boom. 100,000. Well done, Kev.
I reckon it was 120, 130,000 in for the Man City Spurs final. Easily.
Wasn't that the one that a load of Chelsea boys got locked out and we absolutely smashed them in the ground and that's why they hate us?
I don't know. I've not heard of the story.
I thought that was a story. But...
did Chelsea not like us? Oh.
No, because they got a boot wrapped round the red. They got a boot wrapped round the red.
Oh, poor little Chelsea. Poor little Chelsea fans, they get a bit hurting.
Chelsea,
The old,
Red
the old
Boys,
Wembley was always
Red
100.
Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except, apart from replays were night games, and they made it down to 92 because of security.
92,000. My God.
Blimey,
Yeah,
blimey.
that must have been
Amazing.
terrible.
Chelsea, Red Boys, Chelsea, Red Boys. Question 10. The Spurs 11 that day was Jennings, Kinnear, Knowles, Mullery, England, Mackay as captain, Robertson, Greaves, Gilzine, Venables and Saul. However, which club legend was the one named sub?
Gotcha.
67.
Kev thinks he's got it.
Yeah.
Jens?
You wait for me?
Nah, Jens.
No. 67. Bloody hell. Blanchflower?
Kev?
I would say Cliff Jones.
It wasn't Petter.
Yeah.
And you would be right, young Kevin. What was the scores on the doors then, Rez?
So 10 points available. Jens scored a magnificent 5.
Well done.
And Kev scored an equally magnificent 5.
Oh,
Right, so we need to have a tie. I don't want to lose to Kev.
Oh, okay.
Tie break.
The tie-break question.
Let me find a tie break. Talk amongst
No, that was a joke,
Yeah, but
fellas. I'm good.
That was my era. That was my era, Ian, so that's pretty,
Yeah,
sort
no,
of
but
my
as I said, I actually swatted up today in the little time that I did have. I went on all of the. I hacked into John's computer, so I know which sites he's logging onto, so I can get all the answers.
Pornhub.
No, it's actually housewivesInRubberGloves.com.
Brilliant.
So here's your tie break question. Did Frank finish his career at Millwall? Did he play more or less games for Millwall than Tottenham?
Who? Sorry,
Jens. Frank Saul. He ended his career at Millwall. Did he play more or less games for Millwall than Spurs?
less.
It doesn't really work, does it? Because if
No.
Kev goes for less as well.
No.
I'm going to say he played less because he was at Spurs for 9 years.
Yeah, it was 6. Yeah.
Yeah, here's one for you. So
He was an outsider. Yeah.
basically, how old is Frank now? Let's do the how old is he? Give us a number. Jens, how old is Frank now?
78.
Oh my God, I got 77 because I was going to go 78.
Fucking hell, boys. That is 78,
You're
yeah.
both right. He's 78.
I said 77.
Yeah, but you
Yeah,
said
but
you
you were going to say
78.
we'll have a tie, Kevin.
I thought I couldn't pick the same as you. Sorry.
Let's give them a point each. Fuck it.
Yeah,
I don't want
it's
another
fine.
tie break.
It's
All
fine,
right,
but I'll have
okay.
you next
Right.
week. I'll tell you.
Here you
Who did he
go.
start his career
Yeah,
with? Who did he
I've got
start his
it.
career with?
I've got it. Right, so Frank famously scored in the 1968 Charity Shield final against Man United. Who got Tottenham's other 2 goals that day?
Chivers. No, because Chivers went to Southampton, didn't he? In exchange for.
They never played together.
Came from, yeah. Haven't got a clue.
Kev?
Pat Jennings, Jimmy Greaves.
One of the 2. Pat Jennings and Jimmy
Pat
Robertson.
Jennings, yeah.
Pat Jennings and Jimmy Robertson. Charlton scored 2 for Man United and Law got the other one.